doing? I am doing pretty good. I can't really complain too much. It could be a noisy live tonight. It just sort of depends on what's happening downstairs in my house. The house is in the process of having some repairs done to it in our bathroom. And so they've been working on removing the floor from around the toilet and doing some other stuff because we have to get it cleaned up because it's a mess. Yeah, so it could be noisy because they've been doing some sawing. So yeah, I don't know if they're done or not, but we shall find out. I think. Tonight I actually have a little bit of news from YouTube. I understand we are getting the ability to do 3-minute shorts. I don't know if I'll do them for 3 minutes or not. I don't even know what I would talk about for 3 minutes. Some of the organisms and stuff that we talk about in shorts would be hard to come up with enough facts to do 3 minutes. So, yeah. That being said, we have 748 subscribers as of today. As of right now, I should say. And that is 40 in the last 28 days. We had 12.7 thousand views and 171.3 watch time hours. Now that is different than the public watch hours. These hours should be reflected sometime next week or the week after. So, but the other channel, hi Tweezy, old. This channel's not old, really, to speak of. Right, Carol? Hi. It's okay, Carol. I'm feeling generous tonight. Hello, Andrea Mendez. We are going to be talking about an animal tonight. In just a second. I have been good. We have 105 subscribers on the other channel. So that's pretty cool. So let's get into today's topic, which might seem a little bit boring to some people, but to me and others, not so much. Hi, Susu I'm not even gonna try doing your last name because I promise you I will mess it up. So today we are talking about Learn to Care pink land iguana from the Galapagos Islands. I hope so too. And we're gonna start this off. We always start these off by talking a little bit about the animal, and then we jump into the conservation end of it, what they're doing to conserve it, and maybe what you can do to help conserve it. So that's what we're going with. So first off, when these animals were first seen, they thought that it was just a mutation of the already existing land iguana. So maybe they didn't think much of it to begin with. But then they went in and they captured a couple of them. They ran some blood tests and whatever else they needed to do. They hemmed and hawed for a while and talked it over with. This animal, by the way, is only found in the Galapagos Islands archipelago. And it's only been just recently that they've decided that it's its own species. Hey, predecessor. I guess I'm just too boring. But I did manage to get 3 likes. And so they thought that this animal was just a different color form. Ends up, it's not. It is its own species. That was just recently, give or take a few years, figured out. Right now, to the best of my knowledge, there's only around 200 of these animals alive today. Lovely. Do we know that for a fact? So yes, there's only 200 of these animals left in the wild. However, and we'll come back to this a little bit later, and I'll tell you how we know that. And they are only found on the northern slopes of one volcano on the island of Isabella. Now, to make matters worse, that volcano is still active. So what do you do? So the species was first spotted in 1986 by park rangers. But it took scientists till 2009 to establish the pink iguana as its own species. Predecessor, whatever they say, just go with it. If they tell you to go and you can go, go. It is believed that at some point the iguana separated from the land iguanas around 5.7 million years ago. Now, it is only found in an area that is roughly 9 square miles in size. Think about that. Only existing in 9 square miles. And that's the only world that you know about. Is at 9 square miles. Okay, so endangered status. This animal is critically endangered, or at least it was. It was last assessed in 2012. So it's quite possible that the number that I gave you, maybe, but we don't know. That's the problem. They might have been found on other islands too, because iguanas can swim. That's the real question. So they were last assessed. That means people actually went in. They counted as many adults as they could find and checked them out. But as of right now, they are only found on the island of Isabella on one volcano. Now, the main threats for this animal includes a lot of invasive species, as normal. The black rat, feral cats, and goats. It was a common practice way back in the day, as sailors were going from place to place. They would drop off goats on islands so that on their return trip, they could hunt the goats for meat. But ecologically, goats are really bad because they will eat just about anything, right? So, and cats, of course, carnivores, and there are some carnivorous animals on the island, but nothing like cats and rats. There's actually a hawk that's native to the island, or islands. Now, another issue that these animals have is sometimes different iguana species will breed. That can cause some mudding of the gene pool. And so what happens with these cats and the rats, and the goats, is they will eat the iguanas. During the period of assessment, there were no babies found, no juveniles. Now, there is a little bit of good news. There is no known trade of this species, past or present. That means that nobody's taking them for the pet trade. Nobody's killing them for medicine or food. So that's a little bit of good news. Now, the Galapagos Islands are a national park for Ecuador, and you can visit the islands. Their habitat sits within the borders of this national park. Therefore, it is protected by the laws of the national park, the laws of Ecuador, and the species itself is protected by CITES. Park rangers have the task of eliminating the invasive species within the park. This means they do have sharks in the water, yes. They also have penguins. So basically what this means is that they have to go in and eliminate the invasive species. So goats, rats, and cats, goodbye. And as much as possible, they are working at restoring the island's vegetation. The park is even working with a university in Italy and captive breeding the pink land iguana, and thus potentially reintroducing them back onto the volcano. Now, currently, the good news is that volcano is off limits to the public. Yay! Because that's just what you want to do, right? You want to visit a volcano? No. Now, the good news is, another bit of good news is these animals have never been found in the caldera of the volcano. We do not want Kentucky Fried Iguana. Sorry, that was bad. So, what can you do to potentially help the iguana? You can reduce the amount of plastic that you use. So you can reduce the amount of plastic that you use. You can tell people about this animal, because I knew about this species, but did you guys know about this species? I don't know any dogs, but what's up? So, Tweezy, I don't give out hugs, dude. I'll give you a high five. So yeah. And if you do ever go to the Everglades, to the Galapagos Islands, don't bring anything with you. Bring a camera, take pictures. Don't take anything else with you. So, yeah, and that goes for anywhere. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. I am going live. And the topic is Zoo to Do, North Carolina. Now, I don't even know if the zoo is open at this point. But I'm still going to talk about it. Tuesday's live is be safe around spiders and scorpions. So if you have spiders or scorpions in your area, this might be live for you to watch. Yeah, I've known about that. It's bad. We are going to be talking about next Friday. Oh, no, we're not, because I'm going to change that, I think. We are going to be talking about what plants are good for cuts. So we do have some interesting stuff coming up. I don't know. I haven't even started researching that one out yet. I am going to be talking about what it meant for me to be growing up like I did and being out with nature and how I think it helped me out. That'll be October 18th. So we have Be Safe Around Bats, growing up with animals and being out with nature. October 19th, Zoo to Do, Omaha Henry Dorley Zoo. Oh, which one? Which one was that? I can try taking it down and redoing it. Was that Dragonflies as a group? Because I haven't had any complaints on it. Nobody said anything. Well, that was Dragonflies as a group was the most recent one I did. But if I don't know which one it was, I can't fix it. So, those are some topics coming up. If you have a topic that you want me to talk about on the channel, whether it be a video idea or otherwise, let me know, and I will try to talk about it. The monk seal. I will check it out. My problem is, if I delete it, I lose everything from it. And, I mean, it's only got 19 likes. or 19 views. I wonder if I somehow... Oh, you know what? That might be the one where I didn't get to it. I will try. You guys must have really liked the dragonflies. It's had 50 views and 8 comments already. Wow. I will try anyway. Can we talk, though, about the other channel for a second? 105 subscribers. 210 views on the last short. 246 views on the... No. Because that was put up Thursday. Monksy was Thursday's video. Dragonflies was Friday's video. Shark Sizes, which was Thursday's short, 246 views. Did I not... 539 views on random basking shark facts. Basking shark facts only got 36 views. And it looks like I messed up. I forgot to post the review for the shark. The basking shark. Way to go, nature guy. So I'm really liking that. I'm thinking over the next month that channel is going to take off. Because it's nothing but marine animals for the next month. Oh, in case you didn't hear, third world problems at my house currently. There is no bathroom. There is no bathroom. Okay, guys, time is yours. I thought I was later than this. Yeah. Tell me about it. The good news is they're just going to put in a new floor. He doesn't live next door, though. Hopefully by tomorrow. Basically, when they put in the toilet, they didn't do it right. My nephew and my brother did it, and they didn't do it right. And apparently it's been wet from somewhere because the floor in the bath underneath the toilet, the wood underneath it was horrible. Really bad. Hi, Lily. I recognize that name. I am good. How are you? Awesome, awesome. Tomorrow's live. I need to talk about tomorrow's live for a second. I can try. So tomorrow's live will be at its regular time, 6 o'clock. However, it will only be 1 hour. It'll start at 6. It'll end a little bit before 6. I don't have a problem standing around and gabbing. Lord knows I like to talk. With the right person, I can spend hours on the phone. Literally, hours. Usually, I don't have a problem talking. But it might be noisy tomorrow, like it might be today for a little bit. So bear with that. I will be doing a short, probably tonight, where I just basically show off the blue shark for somebody. I don't have a problem doing that. You can hear that? That's what I'm going to be putting up with for the next 48 hours. But it'll be worth it in the end, I think. At least I'm not trying to sleep. So yes. So tomorrow's live, 6 p.m. or 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Chicago time. It's not going to be short. It's still going to be an hour long. I'm just not going to go much beyond 7 o'clock. The live for that night, and they tend not to be long lives anyway, is Zoo to Do North Carolina Zoo. Lily, if you haven't been here for one of those, that's where we talk about things that you can do at the zoo. Usually that have to do directly with the animals. So rather it be a tour or an encounter or whatever. That's what we're going to be talking about. Now, what I don't know is, and I need to check. Well, I would hope by now it's closed. Aww. They have a 5-month-old porcupine. Yeah, I saw what I thought was one too. But gotcha, Lily. They don't say that they're closed or anything, so ooh, 749 subscribers, guys. Woohoo! Thank you, somebody. Yeah, I don't know. They do have most zoos do have plans in place. Oh, Carol, here is the T on that hippo. It was the hippo in the Hurricane Helene floodwaters in North Carolina was a plastic hippo, not a statue. Hey, Christopher. So yeah, it was not a live hippo. I saw that too, and I was like, that's really odd, was my first thought. Again, if you hear any strange noises going on in the background, the house is under a little bit of deconstruction. I do. Now, that hippo, just saying, is a pygmy hippo that was born overseas. It is a pygmy hippo. If you haven't. It is from the. Oh, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. It was born at a zoo in Thailand. Thank you, Lily. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. It's probably not allowed on some level, but that little pudgy thing is Mudang or Muding. He's just a little guy. Or no, it's a little girl. Sorry. She was born July 10th. The baby pygmy hippos are almost as cute as my aardvark. But that being said, pygmy hippos are the epitome of cute. I really gotta get a different light. Oh, that's odd. That's really odd. I seem to have. Oh, there she is. Or it. Oh. That is pygmy hippo, sorta. Now, in case you're wondering, these guys are endangered. I had to. He was. I thought it would be quite a bit bigger. I don't know why. Well, that's the world for you. You know, somebody told me to get the other companies, and I don't think the other company looked as good as this one did. It was pink. Completely like pinkish peachy color. I don't know. I like this one. Oh. So anyway, um wow, how do I do that? How do I go from being how do I go from not having enough to talk about to being on for almost an hour? How do I do that? So, I want to go on record as saying that it's been almost a week and no Michael. We cue you. I guess. That's true. In more ways than one. Carol, I got news for you. I'm almost done with the chapter. I have one more paragraph. Maybe two. You know, he's not a bad guy. He just has some issues. See, I told you there was a good side to him. I think I do too. Nah. He's okay. At least I hope he's okay. The problem is with my subscribers is I know where very few of them are located. Carol, I know where you live. Predecessor, I sort of know where you live. Sort of. Not enough to be an issue, but yeah. He's competitive. I think is a good word for him. I so badly want to see what the poll says. Wow, none of you? None of you knew about the pink land iguana? I mean, Michael had a rough start. A really rough start. But he came around. Yeah, well, sometimes sometimes when I get people that are acting up, it's like, nope, I can't do it. I just can't do it. They gotta go. And then there's other times where I feel a tinge of guilt. And with him, I sort of felt guilty. And I didn't know why. There's been a lot of people come into lives and it's like, man, I wish they would pop back in. Has he been around since we did the trivia the last time? Not the Disney trivia, but the one before that. I sort of got after his case. To be perfectly honest, I had 5 votes, and they all. I had 5 votes, and they're all like no's. And the other thing that I don't get is people will come to this live I guess people come to this live. Nobody comes to Thursday's live. Honestly. Yep. Just Carol. Oh. So I looked up on the IUCN Red Book for the pink land iguana. 192 mature individuals. So Population trend unknown. It is not fragmented. And continuing decline of mature individuals, yes. So, well, they are breeding them, but you captive breeding can be tricky. Because there's a lot you have to take into account. You have to take into account temperatures of the eggs as they're incubating. Do the parents need certain temperatures before they breed? Like, if you're going to breed garter snakes from up here, you have to give the parents, at least the mother, a cool down. Well, they live on the volcano. Like, they literally live on the north slope of the volcano. So, yeah. And you know how, like, with chicken eggs? Oh, no, we don't think they do. They've never found them in the caldera, so probably not. Probably just on the slope itself. No, I don't think so. With it being active, that means it could be belching gas, and if it's belching gas, that's not conducive to life. Oh, man. I've been getting up around 5:54, texting my nephew, and then lying in there in bed waiting for the alarm clock to go off. And I hate it. I am not a morning person. Well, have you seen a land iguana? They don't look quite like the Oh, okay. Oh, no. They've also identified a herpes virus in the Galapagos pink land iguanas. So they went in and they did oral swabs of the mouth. Well, duh, because where else would you do an oral swab? And then they did a colloquial swab. I don't know where my big iguana is. That's okay. I don't need it. So, the cloaca on a reptile is usually right around the base of the tail. No, they have been pink for a long time. So that little ridge right there, that's about where the cloaca would be. And reptiles don't have animals with a cloaca have one hole for urination, for defecating, and for reproduction. So they basically went into that opening and they took a swab, and 2 out of the 38 samples that they collect, or 2 out of the 38 iguanas tested positive for the virus. Carol, that's probably a male. Whales and dolphins from the other night. Great galloping ghost. The things you learn on my channel, I tell you. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. See, that's why I really think kids should not necessarily come to this live without their parents. I don't know what they do for it. So this has been an ongoing 20-year investigation. They have studied it from the tortoises. And this process could lead to coadaptation, which would be consistent with the fact that we never observed symptoms in iguanas. So they're now thinking that they really need to look at the at their breeding stock. There is no. So this is what one of the technicians said that's associated with the national park. Continuing the study is crucial to determine if this strain is endemic. So what they're saying is this virus endemic to the Galapagos Islands? It's important to note that the populations of Galapagos land iguanas maintain healthy population structures. So there's no evidence to suggest that this virus has impacted their health. So that is what we know. At this point. If you want to learn more about the Galapagos Islands, there is a website you can visit. I will type it into the chat here in a second. Maybe I will. It is www. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Hold on. Where is it? Guys, I'm ending the poll. Did it pop up? Oh, that's why. Hold on. That's why it didn't pop up. I don't have... I forgot that I switched it over to the other channel. So I will post it here in just a second. Only one person is watching? Did Carol leave? Oh no, there she is. I don't know. It said when I logged in there was only one person. Okay. So there you go. Now that website has a ton of information on it. You can learn about threatened species. Giant tortoise conservation, marine bird conservation, deep sea exploration, and just all kinds of information. So, you may want to check them out. Don't feel like you have to give in to donations, but definitely check them out. They have a newsletter that you can sign up for. So yeah, check them out. The Galapagos Islands are just this amazing, amazing place. I'm never going to get there. But if you're ever in a position where you can go, do it. Do it. Okay, y'all. I am 14 minutes over. I'm going to say goodbye. I have apparently 2 videos to post. Have a good night. I will talk to everybody later. See you tomorrow night, I hope. Remember to never stop learning. Never give up on yourself. And keep reaching for your goals. Good night, everybody.